My mission is to reduce 1% obesity rate in Malaysia. Please support us by liking and following our channel, and don't forget to share this content with your friends and your family. Building a company and helping the community. Today, my guest will share his journey with us and have built 6 successful clinics within Malaysia. Welcome to the 19th episode of Kam Izzwan podcast channel. In this channel, I invite credible, experienced, and successful individuals in their respective field. Please welcome Fred. Hi, Fred. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very good. Thank you very much for inviting me in this episode.
It is actually an honor for you to come over.
Thank you.
Because I really want to learn many things, and the viewer and listener also want to learn many things from you. But before that, we want to understand how do you build your clinic?
Yeah, sure.
So let us start dengan what personal or emotional experience drove you to establish your clinic? Was there a particular moment that fueled your passion in physiotherapy?
Yes, they are. Starting from way back when I started working.
Okay.
I was working in a Pilates center. And how I get into a Pilates center is where after I went into my dean office saying that, Rod, I don't want to work in a hospital. It's not really my liking. I don't really want to work in any other physiotherapy center. It's not really my cup of tea. And I feel that I am more into the fitness and some exercises, need more exercises.
Okay, I'm just curious, how does the future for physiotherapy look like actually? Once you habis belajar, you masuk hospital ke? Or what?
You have a choice. Yeah, you have a choice. The field of physiotherapy is very wide. Gonna start with me first.
Okay.
We want to pursue in being good in musculoskeletal issues and also sport injuries.
Okay.
So with this, yes, you can have some certain exposure in hospitals depending whether the hospital want to invest into all the technologies and educations to equip their therapists to be able to be good in sports rehabilitation or not. So some do, some don't have.
Okay.
And second, you can work in a hospital. So in hospital in Malaysia, the system in Malaysia, they practice in a rotation basis, where every several months you will be posted in one department. Next few months, another department. So there are a lot of departments. You start with the gym departments where you have to see outpatients visiting the hospital gym to do their rehab, and the rest are all inpatients where you go to wards. So all the different wards, we also have responsibilities there. Women's health, to peds, to orthopedic wards and everything. And back to outside, where we want to venture into neurological case, where we do have a lot of choices out there in the market, from NGO to private sector, who only specialize in neurological cases.
You need the brain laughing.
Brain, like cerebral palsy and stroke rehabilitations. You go to houses, or you able to see pediatric case, like kids suffering from neurological cases as well. Yeah.
Understood. Okay, so your journey, what fueled you?
So after grad, I ended up in a Pilates studio as a physiotherapist who trained my clients with Pilates method. And then I was a very happy-go-lucky guy, very good in my craft. All my clients likes me. I hit back-to-backs for several years. And no one talked about future and this and that. And until my company hired this new GM of mine, every company, they will have this one-on-one with their staffs, right? So our first one-on-one, he talked about, what's the future? So I don't really think about future. I'm kind of happy every day, I like my job and everything. And he first asked how long you can sustain with this back-to-back lifestyles and hours, So I can't answer that questions, And long story short, our relationship went being very close. We work out together. Back then, CrossFit is one of the thing, right? So you do all these muscle ups and double unders and all the snatch and cleans. So we are workout buddies. And then he helped me to propose some new project with our ex company, saying that I'm gonna convert the branch that I was working at from a Pilates studio into physiotherapy center. And then it was
So then the company that you used to work was of Pilates. Okay.
Pilates. So on to convert to physio. Back then we don't know. We are so young and naive and everything. So we wakecho lah. So until at one point that we really feel that I can't do the things that I really want. So I quit lor. Yeah, so in a very good and mutual understanding, saying that. So after that only I learned that my company, all these rules and regulation cannot simply just change their nature of business. So I understand. So that's why I quit and then do my own freelance, going to gyms, to give talks to the community, like 2 hours talks on preventive care and postural care and how to live better, how to do their stretch better. For several years, and went to clinic to have and went to different gyms to have pop-up services, so where they could book me in and I will treat them sekaligus during that one day, and then that time my GM was still stick by the ex company until one day he also quit, and we venture our company together. It's called Business Rehab, and that GM of mine is now my business partner lah. So he's a coach, a mentor, best friend, and also a workout buddy. So I feel that what really fueled me is not just the environment itself, it's also who you meet and what energy that you receive from the right people that you have lah.
Okay. I wanna know the part whereby you quit because, can I say, not satisfied?
Yes, not satisfied.
So you quit, not satisfied, and you become a lone ranger lah.
Yeah.
Okay. During that period, did you thought about the risk of, like, if I quit, am I gonna get any hatred?
Oh.
Because most people kalau dia orang buka business, they say dia kerja dengan orang, but they want to quit, like, tapi kalau I buat sendiri ni tak ada duit nanti. At least when I work for people, at least customer ada.
Yes. Funny thing is, when I quit, the moment when I quit is where I successfully got my first mortgage loan approved.
Oh, that's risky.
Yeah. And I just want to stay until my loan get approved because it got basic gaji, everything. Because I know that, when you are freelance, it's very hard for you to get all this loan approved. So I got it approved already, and then I quit. And then people was like crazy. And because of the confidence that I have in my skill, and also the support that I have with the right people, and I know that the demand in the industry is so limited back then, talking about 7 years ago. In sports rehabilitation, physiotherapy, who know how to lift and know how to fix people and to be able to bring them back to training as soon as possible. Not a lot. Yeah, so I know that people will find that. Yeah.
So what makes you establish another company apart from tak puas hati semua? You have the confidence.
Yeah.
Tak tahu mati buat je lah.
Yeah, because right, I mentioned just now that what the proposal that I have in my ex company, right, is to convert Pilates to physiotherapy. So they do in certain branch. I believe that they have certain control. The branch that I have not much control. So probably they are subletting the sub-renting, from another tenant.
Okay,
So we can't have the control of the whole premises. So probably because of that. So it's just about the bad timing. Kenapa I tak puas hati lah. And second is I, as a physiotherapist and offering Pilates services, and my client come in for physiotherapy services, to be honest, but they buy Pilates package. So I feel that physiotherapy name tu kan diabaikan tau. Yeah. And then my client went out there and talked. Of course, they recommend me and everything, and they labeled me as a Pilates instructor. Yeah. It's not a bad thing, but I prefer physiotherapists lah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. So at least now I know how you, the viewer and I, we know how you get started lah. And the risk to reward you took is gila.
Gila babi.
Kan?
Yeah.
I think if you tell somebody yang baru habis belajar, kerja for a company, lepas tu dapat mortgage, quit, I don't think dia takkan buat lah.
Takkan lah.
Kan? Benda tu gila sikit. But you're confident with your own skills.
Yes.
Okay, next question. In the journey of building your practice, could you share an unforgettable obstacles? How did you overcome it and what did you learn from that experience?
I feel there's a lot of obstacles, but I'm just gonna highlight one obstacle that is always bothering us lah. Not to say just me alone. I believe my partner is also still struggling with this. Is people leaving. So we have established our team for almost 8 years now. Come to 8 years, 7 to 8 years, and we have accumulatively trained up close to 50 to 60
Amazing.
mainly fresh grad physiotherapists, and we train them from nothing. Fresh grad, how well they can treat an athlete or a simple gym goers,
Right.
That have high expectation in their recovery, and they will ask you the question, when can I go back to gym? That kind of question, that kind of demand, and we taught them from the beginning, not just physiotherapy skill and how to communicate with this kind of populations and how you can fit into these kind of people. You need to know how to work out. Most of them, they don't even work out. They don't even recognize the smell of the gym.
Right.
All right. Not to mention how to do cleans and a proper deadlift and squats. So we got through their journey from being a fresh grad till a confident, competent, and independent physiotherapist who handle their high demand clients like a boss. Then they quit. Ulama, I can tell you. Get though at the beginning lah. So we used to feel denial, talk to ourselves that we are the good ones and they are the problem ones. And also we felt betrayed. We train you so much, and that's the main reason why a lot of physiotherapy SMEs, right, don't dare to hire and train their therapists because people are leaving. And we felt all this unwanted feeling that we have felt. Then my wife once said, I remembered that people comes and goes in your life. It's a blessing. You're gonna use all the good ones to share all the progresses, and you're gonna use all the bad experience that you generate, you felt as a lesson. So I feel that it's very, very thoughtful advice coming up from my wife, saying that, don't get too hard on yourself lah, because this life, people comes and goes.
Right.
And she works in the government sector in different departments, and she also living from department to department. Of course, her boss also felt similar to that, but
Also.
with different experience, different environment, have different outcome as well. So what have helped is being truthful, being vulnerable. So from years that we used to be, very young bosses and ego lah. We can't escape from being ego at the beginning of your stage of your career, right? And after that, you tone down. Being a father helped. A lot of patience that I have learned and how to handle my my demands, and also talk to them, being truthful to them. I mean, to my staff, and this really helped them. So also observe them, learn from them, get influenced by them as well. So ask their advice.
Share with me regarding about like learn from them. What do you mean by learn from them?
See, when we hire, right, we go through a lot of interview process. You know, the reason being is we are very careful on who we bring into our environment. So I feel that those who are in with us right now, currently we have 24 therapists all across branches, and they are all amazing. Right? There's a reason why they stays, and there's a reason why they can be able to be in our team, because they are great. So why not just, get some insightful advices from them as well? So true enough, after getting closer with my team, my leader teams, I get into reading, get into listening to podcasts, self-help a little bit, and then some more the environment we have created. The environment that we have created is all very cool person. So we talk about this, talk about what we have experienced in our life. We talk about what we have read in the book, what we have heard in a podcast, and then we just share meaningful, positive values, and everyone agree on these values, and then we are just being supported by each other. So that builds up our identity as an individual, also as a team as well. And yeah, that is.
How long does it take for you to build this kind of culture? Okay, so you operate your business 8 years ago?
Yeah.
And I still remember back in 2015 or 16,
2017.
70.
Yeah, 15, 16 is where I Long Ranger.
Oh yeah.
I go out.
So 17, I was still doing powerlifting. I went to Hatamas.
Yes.
So you helped me.
Yeah.
So okay, during that period, I know you were doing back to back. Because I tengok cara you cakap pun penat sangat. Kan? I still remember that, bro.
Yeah.
Kan, I habis orang lain pula datang. So I still remember that. Okay, how long does it take you from that moment until you build a team and you cultivate that team become
what it is right now?
correct?
I feel that current stage we still have yet to improve to a level that we want. At the beginning, we are very close, a small, intimate team, Yeah, we are very close and everything. And I feel like being close, there is also a limitation in terms of how you push them to do some work that you want them to accomplish. So there is obstacles in that. And there's a second phase where I changed my method to be very assertive to my order, and people don't like it as well. There's a time where I really strict in setting the SOPs, the policies of the company. No one likes me at that time. That's pre-COVID. And I hand over all the tasks, like literally in a very hard way. So we're going to do this, and this is the way, follow it through. If not, no one's going to appraise you well. And third phase is where I combine the first and the second phase together, be more humane, to understand more, but still get things done.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a hybrid
Phase, okay.
It's a phase.
I've experienced that firsthand also before I got any stuff. So I know how you feel.
Yeah.
Because to be honest, guys, one of the reasons why I invite Fred is because I want to learn personally from him instead of just looking in the social media how he actually built his company. And I also want you all to understand that there's so many physiotherapists in Malaysia, and how Fred able to grow his company is very mesmerizing lah. Can. So many things that we can learn and listen. Now, the next thing, As a founder kan, what achievement or milestone with your practice have brought you the greatest sense of joy and satisfaction? And how do this moment influence your ongoing commitment to your patients?
I'm going to start with some very generic answer first. Everyone can Google through the information I'm going to share later. Proudest moment, none other than we are able to grow like 6 branches in 7 years. I blame that one branch lacking is COVID. Grown. Our goal, our KPI for my business partner and I is 1 year, 1 branch. Yeah. But because of that, we have less 1 branch right now. And we have over like around 1,000-ish to 2,000-ish Google reviews, and then also the team that we have created, successful, confident physiotherapist. And you can just search us in Instagram, where all of our team, their handle name start with PR. With PR stands for Process Rehab, with and then their name behind. That's very proud. And all this can be searched in internet, but I'm going to share you guys today on something that is less talked about, which is 4 things that I'm going to share. Number 1 is where my team, every one of them feel belonged in a company, where they can be freely be themselves. And when I talk to them saying that why you chose Process Rehab and why you chose staying, is that I want an environment that people push each other to improve, and they want to be the best physiotherapists where they are not shy, where they can handle high profile clients, high demand clients, and ongoing they are continuous learning, not just in terms of science but also in terms of experience and confidence level as well. So that's the reason why it attracts them to be in this team. That's something that I'm really proud of. And second is by the students community. This is what I heard. I heard that Process Rehab is one of the very competitive environment to be in, and you have to be so good. You have to be really into your passion in growing your profession to be able to join this team. So this is one of the student feedback on Process Rehab, saying that the money is good, no problem with money. What's stopping us from even sending our resume to get interviewed? Already shaken that out. That hardcore. And the third thing is the review that we had from one of our clients in our Penang branch, saying that Process Rehab is not a PT meal. PT meal means physiotherapy meal. So a meal is an organization or a company that prioritize quantity over quality. So we are not a meal. That is very good. So to elaborate further to her content, her review is where she felt the attention from the therapist that treated her, and the therapist really took a lot of effort to get to know her personally, and also the conditions and also her social life, how it can fit in the rehab program into her life, so that progressions can be done more in a harmonious way. So I feel that is one of the biggest, proudest moment that I had. And finally is
I want to add a bit regards to the number 3 one. Many of my clients always complain, what for go physiotherapy? You just go there, they touch there, and finish already. So waste of money only. Betul tak? So
Betul juga.
So those are one of the things when I advise my client, pergi physiotherapy and check. Their feedback is like that. Maybe they did not find the right.
Physiotherapy that can really analyze what value that they can share to the client. Yeah. So from the services that I have experienced with, a lot of complaints from our clients saying that they have give up on physiotherapies. That's why they seek for Pilates, first of all. Second is because of all the repetition that I had as a physiotherapist in the sports rehabilitation. People came to see me and also my client and my team, and having not so pleasant history with other therapists.
Understood.
And mainly because of that, because they have experienced other centers or maybe hospitals or maybe other physiotherapists who are not trained to really able to provide value to the client. Because client values the improvement that the therapist would could improve and to provide to them. Then only they pay or they come back. Truth, it's not they drop out and they complain on site. So it's either they like it or they hate it. You know. So our role here is make sure to self-improve ourselves and also the last thing which is very related to your question that I'm proud of is our company. We non-stop are improving ourselves in upgrading our knowledge. So here I'm going to share to you about evidence-based practice versus practice-based evidence.
Enlighten us.
Yeah. So evidence-based practice is very similar to what you have shared previously on your social media, that you share a lot of research. Whatever fact that you have shared is all backed by researchers, which is very good. We follow that as well. Versus practice-based evidence. Practice-based evidence is based on the experience that you have from seeing and dealing and helping the community that you have done back in your practice. So these are the experience that Google cannot search. Money can't buy. All right? No certification that could give you this practice-based evidence. So apart from sending ourselves to continuous learning, we went for courses, we went for fitness conferences, we went to medical and rehabilitation conferences and come back and share the papers among our teams. And we also have time allocated for our team to do case discussion.
Right. Okay.
This is how we cater for the practice-based evidence part. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, I'm going to elaborate to the listeners and viewers. What is this? I'm going to use the example in weight loss and fat loss.
Yes.
Okay. So in weight loss, which everybody are smart enough to Google or use TikTok and social media, the foundation to weight loss is just calorie deficit. Everybody knows this. But why there's so many people out there struggle to do that also? So what Fred mentioned, evidence-based practice is the data, the research. So if you want to lose weight, calorie deficit. Explain already. You don't need to think so hard. Just eat lesser. But practice-based evidence, based on my experience with thousands of people I've helped, it sounds easy. However, every individual have their own obstacles. Makcik obstacle lain. Newlyweds, different obstacle. Athlete, different obstacle. So when experienced individual know about this, they know how to guide their patient. So this is what it meant by practice-based evidence based on their experience also and backed by facts. They know how to help that individual or the patient. Okay, so that's what it meant. I like that.
So to the viewers out there, hopefully you are a student studying physiotherapies in your university, and we also would wish you guys to have that kind of hope that places like research rehab are existing in the outside world of university. So yes, you may be studying all the researchers in your assignments, this and that and everything, but when you come out, you will be feeling confused. You will be feeling lack of confidence in all the papers that you have. How can you transfer the knowledge to deal with a human being? Not to mention that they're feeling pain. They are in a very demanding stage, you know. So it's gonna be very hard. So we are here to support everyone that in our team to have that kind of confusion answered from all these practice-based evidence discussion.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think this is one of many things that people are not aware. I just found out. I'm doing it, but I just found out. I think I buat.
There is a term for it.
Yeah,
There's a term for it.
baru belajar tadi. Interesting. Okay, please educate me the difference when treating a competitive athlete with someone who is sedentary.
Okay. For us as a physiotherapist, at least physiotherapists in precise rehab lab, whenever we see someone, we always divide a person into 3 categories. Right? Number 1 is bio, number 2 is psycho, number 3 is social. So this approach called biopsychosocial. All right? So I know you have this experience, sit down with a form of assessment form and everything, all that PARQ, the range of motion test, fat percentage test and all this. These are all bio. All right? Psycho and social is where is the harder part. All right? So the differences between the psychological part in athletical background and non-athletical background are their demands. Easy as that. Not to say that the non-athletical individual have no demands, you know. Their demand can be high as well, but probably not about when can I lift next. An athlete is when can they lift next. All right? And for the non-athletical background, the sedentary one, is when can I not feeling pain. You know? So there's the differences between handling an athlete and the sedentary people. And a social part. We as a physiotherapist, if we see an athlete, we make sure we know how to be independent ourselves in the gym. We make sure we know how, in terms of evidence-based practice, all right, how to lose weight, how to build muscle, how to build strength, and how to build endurance, and all that strength conditioning stuff. We know that, all right? And how to set up the bench press, how to set up the squat, how to set up your deadlift, and all that. We must know that in order for us to see an athlete. Yeah? So that's the difference. And for physiotherapists who are dealing with a sedentary lifestyle, I feel that this is the goal that we all have as a physiotherapist in business rehab, to wish to improve and to work to improve our clients to have a better lifestyle after seeing us, to have a better demand in their fitness level, to have a better demand in their lifting strategy or their awareness.
Okay, so I want to touch on that part. When you say for sedentary, you want them to have a better life, kan?
Yes.
Okay. How do you advocate that? Like I use me as an example.
Visual or to the client?
To the clients, the patient. Like I use me as an example. Okay, when I approach you, I was an athlete. Okay, assuming that I'm not an athlete lah. Some pakcik. I go see you, kata, bro, my kaki sakit, bro. I don't know I bangun. How do you advocate me like, oh, jangan duduk banyak tengok TV? Like, how do you advocate me so I have a better based on what you say, have a better lifestyle? How do you do that?
And I feel like fitness doesn't need to be in the gym. All right. So I feel that based on their biopsychosocial approach towards this uncle, of course, bio tak payah cakap lah. You know, when you're feeling pain, we know where's the root cause of the problem. Probably not doing enough exercises or activities. Psychological part is we need to assess in terms of knowing the uncle deeper. You know, what is their motivation? You know, what do they want to be better in their life, apart from being able to squat heavier or whatever. That is not their goal at all, you know. So probably want to be able to
Play around with their grandkids.
to have a better quality of life during their age. You know, there's a saying that doctors add on the numbers in your age, physiotherapy add on the quality in your life. So that is where we as a physiotherapist would really want to understand what is the depth of their goal, whether we have that kind of connection or not. And then also finally is how we can really integrate all these gym exercises that we have learned in a textbook, all right, or all these rehab exercises we learned in the textbook to integrate into his life, you know. So we're gonna know his surroundings, you know, his house, what tools or instrument that they have at home. You know, we're not talking about squat or bench. We're not talking about leg press machines anymore. You know, we're talking about stools, sofa, whether they have carpet on the floor or not. So all this we are going to integrate with their surrounding, with the environment, on how to help this uncle to be able to do their squats.
Okay, I'm gonna share something that you tak dengar. What Fred mentioned just now, that one of the reasons why people seek advice from PR is the value that they give. Most common, diorang pergi physiotherapy, oh aku sakit sini, duduk dan ciao, just like that. Why I say that is because this is what my client said to me. What he said is they give added value what the patient can do for themselves at home, whether they are athlete atau they are a sedentary individual. So this is interesting because I don't think you learn this in uni lah, kan?
I hope I did, but
you did?
No. I hope I did, but no.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Uni are all evidence-based practice lah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So this is more from people's with experience lah, kan?
Also for unis, that's why they have all this internship. One of the internship for university is what to call that, the elective posting,
Okay.
where they can go elsewhere other than physiotherapy center to have their internship. So this is a time where they take this opportunity, I think around like 2 weeks long, to go to offices or on whatever sector to analyze their surrounding and then create a program on how to help the people in that setups. That's called the elective posting. Yeah.
Okay, but still, if they don't understand, they'll just think there's an assignment.
Yeah.
Can
Kids nowadays is different right now.
like, oh shit, I got assignment to do lah. Malasnya nak tengok orang kat office, tiru je lah kan. Okay, so now, kepada mereka yang tengah dengar, at least you nampak macam, why do they provide that services? Because to give added value. Question number 5, most common injuries your practice help, and how long does it take to improve?
Wow. I mean, through the years, we started from sports injuries.
Okay.
People from multiple sports background, from powerlifting, CrossFit to Olympic weightlifting, and we do have a lot of shoulders and lower back pain issues. And over time, we have quite a number of referrals coming into our clinics that we also treated old age, sedentary lifestyle, and some neurological cases as well. And for the past years of experience that we all have, I see a lot of low back pain. And I see a lot of shoulder issues and knee issues. Back, shoulder, knees. Okay? But if you want to talk about basketball of ankle, so there are many conditions. There's no one ultimate condition that a lot of people are suffering from. But I'm going to tell you about the durations of a muscle healing, a duration of ligament healing. They are several weeks, from grade 1 to grade 3 tear of the muscles, probably ranges out from 3 weeks to 16 weeks in order for them to heal with rehabilitation. For ligament, also several weeks to several months. But I feel that we have to get back into the biopsychosocial part as well. Look, the research shows that with this duration of proper rehabilitation took place, and then only you will have the numbers, right? But when you are looking at a person, let's say an uncle, super lazy to do exercises, you think that he can reach he can't heal on that specific number, so it's very hard. So it's back to the biopsychosocial. See how old is he? The younger is he can recover faster. Psychological, sociological part also. Do they go to gym? Do their house have suitable surroundings for them to do their rehab exercises? And also, are they motivated to do rehab exercises? Talking about Malaysian market,
Very small.
very small amount on people who are willing to invest in preventive care. And also in that category, there are two different categories as well. Right? Those who already spent for preventive care, some favor towards passive care, some favor towards active care. So passive are all these just lined up, people release you. It worked in a way, recovering faster, flushing out all those lactic acid from your muscle, only if you work out. All right. And then for active rehabilitation is where we really want to advocate in. And in that case, it's a long-term role or challenges for us in this industry to educate the people in Malaysia.
Clearly understand. I'm going to relate that with fitness and also fat loss lah. Like what Fred mentioned just now, assuming that some injury on the muscle or ligament, 16 weeks can. So there are people out there that approach coaches, trainers, dietitian. Berapa lama nak turun 10 kilo? Common question. And we just explain to them based on data and studies, it takes about 10 minggu. Why? Because within 1 week, you can lose 1 kilo of fat. However, based on their psycho and social, if that person too lazy jaga makan, if that person malas bersenam, instead of 10 weeks, it becomes like 30 weeks. So itu yang dimasukkan oleh Fred just now lah, because anything can change. We can just explain based on facts and data, but if the individual doesn't want to put in the extra effort, then it will take longer period. So thank you for sharing that part. I like that part. Because there are many people out there injured. And okay, for those young injured and they don't know they got injury until it became so bad. Have you ever experienced patients like that yang datang, dia orang tahu dia orang sakit tapi just malas nak jumpa doktor, fisioterapi semua, and expect first treatment terus cure everything. And how would you handle this kind of client or patient?
Good thing about Malaysian market, right? They are not that demanding, like in your face, They kind of like indirect a little bit, shy a little bit. You know what I mean? So we know that demand is always there. It's not cheap, right? First session is 200 plus, follow up is 100 plus. Even you buy a biggest package, also still 100 plus per session, and you need to pay through your nose without any doctor referrals and anything. It depends whether or not you have insurance, and depends whether your insurance covered or not. So it's gonna be very hard for them to commit. So I feel that to really control that expectation, skills in assessment and education from the therapists themselves need to be trained very, very well. Yeah.
Okay.
And after that, then only comes in the communication part, setting expectation, persuasive skills of that therapist. All that soft skills need to be very good as well in order to keep that patients calm down for a while. Don't get your expectation too high. All right, we don't have magic hand after all. We follow research and we follow your commitment level as well. All that takes progresses. Progresses takes time. Time spent takes money as well. So that's the problem with the industry right now. Therapists don't get to have the chance to explain to their client well. Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah. And also post-COVID plus the society that has always been in front of the screen, not talking enough to a person, also is not helping. So the needs of training on all these soft skills is a must in every service provider, especially those who deal with people's health and fitness level.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Service with hands-on. Totally agree on that part. Okay, last one. For the listeners and viewers who may need help with struggle or injury, how could they reach you?
Me, I mean,
Or your
with internet, can search me in Instagram, PR with Fred. But you just stop at PR with 20 over to 30 lists out there. But search for my name, Fred, if you want to get to know me better. And also search for Precise Rehab lah, Google search. And then search for the branch that's nearest to your location, Precise Rehab.
Okay.
That's it.
Best advice to those people that might have injury, they feel the pain, that have lower back. What would you advise to them? Very sedentary, man, woman, and got lower back pain.
All right. Avoid doing the things that aggravates your pain. Number one. And then manage your pain. Like you rest or you put on ice pack, doesn't work, straight away change to hot pack, and then until the pain level is manageable. But after that, don't ignore that episode. Seek for your trusted physiotherapist and get yourself assessed and to find out the root cause of why you are feeling that kind of pain after you do something, or even more confusing, you're not doing anything at all. Suddenly your back pain when you wake up early in the morning. And why? We can't tell you why from our conversation right now because it needed a thorough assessment in order to have the chance to get to know you better in terms of biopsychosocial. Then we can really find out the root cause of your problem. From there, hopefully we'll have a solution for you.
Awesome. Cool. So I hope people out there with any injury listen, apply to that advice, and if you need professional help, please seek for Precise Rehab. And hopefully we're going to see Fred again to share more of this very informative information. Thank you very much, Fred, for coming, and thank you very much everybody for listening and viewing. Take care and peace out.
Bye. Bye-bye.